In this video, I'm going to talk about how to create an effective social media marketing plan that is perfect for small businesses. From creating the right goals to understanding your target audience, this video is a must-watch. If you want your business to become more visible on social media in 2022, keep on watching. My name is Veronika Edali. I'm a CEO of a modest activewear brand, Fifth Generation Apparel, a content creator and photographer. I've been through the trenches of entrepreneurship and now I'm sharing my story. I'm here to empower and help you work towards your dreams. Whether that means becoming a successful entrepreneur, up-leveling your mindset, or creating impactful content online. I create educational and motivational videos full of practical advice for women who are ready to have more control over their lives and are looking to follow their true passion. If you're ready to learn, get inspired, then listen up, my friend. So what is a social media marketing plan and why do you need one if you are a small business owner? Social media marketing plan is a strategy that will help small business owners grow their online presence. It involves the use of social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, whatever the platform is. It helps small business owners to connect with their customers and potential customers alike. The general idea of that strategy is, of course, to get the name of your brand out there in the digital world. On average, people spend about 2.5 hours every single day on social media, which means that's a gold mine of opportunity for you to connect with your customers and potential customers. You need to have a solid plan just to make sure you are using the right channels to connect with your customers. And of course, you're getting a return on your investment. Of course, it'll help you to increase your sales and conversions as people prefer to buy from established companies. The companies and brands that position themselves as experts in the field that are reachable and have social proof. So before we get started, I would like to share with you 3 main goals of social media marketing. First is finding leads or prospects that can become your potential customers. Secondly is nurturing your existing customers, making sure they spread the word. Word of mouth is to this day the best form of marketing. And thirdly, you create content to get people interested in what you do so that they can visit your website and get into your marketing funnel. So in order for you to even start creating your marketing strategy, you need to know what your social media goals are for 2022. When you have clear goals of what you want your social media content to do for your business, and you have to be very specific, only then you'll be able to put together a solid plan. And when you have a step-by-step guide, then you know exactly what needs to be done. So ask yourself a question: what your social media marketing goals are for 2022. Do you want to increase traffic to your website? Do you want to grow your social media following? Do you want to increase conversions from your social media channels? Would you like to start creating content on another social media platform that you haven't explored before? Do you want to grow your mailing list? All of those goals are valid goals and you need to outline them so that you can create content with clear goals in mind. And that way you'll be able to create content that is actually effective and will help you achieve your social media marketing goals. It's simple. Having clear goals will influence your social media marketing strategy. Secondly, you need to choose your primary platform. You want your content to be focused. And I found that as a busy entrepreneur and mom, I can only properly create for one platform at a time. And that's why I recommend you need to find your primary platform. The internet is this one big place that you can easily get distracted. And when you lack focus, your content lacks focus, and it's not going to be as effective as you want it to be. So when you are just about to choose your primary platform, you need to ask yourself a question: where does my customer hang out? And that should influence your decision. And I am not saying create only for one platform. I'm saying you need to have a primary platform, and then you can repurpose your content on your secondary and tertiary platforms. Right now, for my personal brand, I focus on YouTube. I want to grow my YouTube channel. So this is my main focus. My main chunk of my time goes towards creating content for YouTube, whether like scripting, filming, all of that stuff. But don't get me wrong, Instagram is important for me, and TikTok is also important for me. But here's what I do. I already have written content. I already have ideas. So I take that, my written content, and I repurpose it in captions. That influences the TikToks I create. I just take what I have and I repurpose it. I just make sure I, make that content native for whatever platform I'm repurposing that platform on. I actually have an entire video. I have two. Want to talk about how I like to repurpose my content. So I'm going to leave one over here, another one over here. Both of them will go in the description below. Check them out. But as for my business, I'm modest activewear brand for Generation Apparel. My main platform is Instagram. When it comes to social media, I am trying to build up my TikTok presence in 2022. So the way I create content will shift slightly, just because I am going to try new things in the new year when it comes to social media marketing. But right now I focus on Instagram. This is my primary platform. Then I go to Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, etc. Which brings me to the next point that I already kind of led into, which is repurpose your content, but make sure it fits the platform. In other words, don't just dump the content you created on YouTube onto your Instagram feed just like that, or your TikTok content into Reels. And I see that a lot. That's actually a very good example. If you create for TikTok and then you want to repurpose that video on Instagram, make sure you get rid of that watermark, because that will tell people in your Instagram community that you are creating for TikTok and that community, and then you're just simply dumping that content on Instagram. So don't do that. There are different things there's a website called Save Tech. I'm going to link it in the description, where you can take your TikTok video, it'll get rid of the watermark for you, and then you can repurpose it on Instagram. If it's an original content, then that's fine. If it's a content that requires music, don't use the music that you use on TikTok. Use Instagram library to overlay your video. Make sure you do whatever it takes to make that content seem native to the platform. Then you need to make sure you research your target audience. And this is very, very important, and you need to make sure it's definitely in your strategy. You need to know what your target audience needs and wants, what their interests are. Trust me, knowing that is your key to success. There are things that you definitely need to know about your ideal customer is, their age, their interests, their hobbies, what they do for a job, what car do they drive, what is their gender, what are their hobbies. I think I already said hobbies. It's okay, we're rolling with it. You have to be very specific. That will, of course, influence what kind of content you create. So if you don't know the age of your ideal customer, you might use sayings and memes, for example, that will just simply fly over their head. They won't be relevant to your customer if your customer is older. The key for creating an impactful and engaging content is to make sure it's relevant to your customer. And there are different levels of engagement when it comes to your customers, and I will share them with you now. The first level is awareness level. It's when the content is designed to be seen by as many people as possible. The next level is the consideration level, is when your potential customers get to know about what you do, what your products are, how those products can change their life for the better. All of that happens at that consideration level. And the third level of, engaging content you need to create is for the customers who are already at that commitment level, is when people interact with your brand by making purchases. You need to create content for all of those levels and stages of your customer's journey. And when you know your customer in and out, it will help you create the content that'll actually move the needle in your business and won't be time wasting kind of throw spaghetti at the wall, seeing what sticks, kind of content. I hope I'm making myself clear. Next, you need to analyze the content you've already created and double down on what works. You can go to your social media analytics, whichever platform you're using. There will be analytics kind of tab where you can go, analytics space. I should really know the terms, but you can go to your analytics and see what content performed well. You can see the content that reached a lot of people. You can find the content that, created conversations and ended up in very high engagement levels. You can look at the content that generated many website clicks. You need to make notes of everything you've done, and then you need to create more content just like that for reaching more people, for nurturing more people, and for helping people get over that line and finally purchase from you. Recently, I've been experimenting with fifth generation apparel content. I've inserted myself more into my social media strategy, and people resonated. People want to see my journey. People want to see me working out in my gear. People want to see me talk about my goals, talk about my struggles. People want to see the behind the scenes of what I do to grow fifth generation apparel. I've noticed that. I'll actually include a couple of examples just to see. These two photos were posted a day apart from each other, and this one that has me front and center and talking about my experience got a lot more engagement than this one that simply, talks about the product, that doesn't have that personal touch. Also, I've done an experiment with my stories. I've asked people to share on Instagram what they're grateful for, and I shared a bunch of personal family photos, of course, where I'm wearing my gear, and I, connected with people, and those stories reached like 500 people, where they usually reach about 150 to 200 people on Instagram. So there's a definite boost in having a personal touch in my, social media marketing strategy. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to double down on that. I'm going to start going live. I want to start working out live. So I've already put that into my social media marketing plan, and I'm going to, stick to it. Okay, moving on to the next step. You got to plan for consistency. It's very important for you to be consistent in your social media marketing strategy. You need to show up, you need to talk about what you do, and you need to assure people who land on your profile that you are consistent and they can come back for more. And if you do it right, over time you develop a great habit, and it'll become second nature. It won't be as hard. If you want your brand to be relevant, then you need to take part in people's conversations and have a consistent voice. And it's not just about grabbing people's attention and announcing your new product. It's about nurturing long-lasting relationships. Build up that posting momentum and make it a habit. I personally highly recommend you plan out your posts a week in advance. You literally set yourself, a goal to post every single day for 7 days straight. You sit down, you pick out your photos, you batch your captions, and then you can rest assured that you will show up every single day of the week because you have everything prepared. And trust me, consistency is everything. Because on average, a person needs to hear, see, come across your product at least 7 times for them to even form an opinion about it. You can see the stakes are high, and it might take you way longer to convert a potential customer than it would if you were consistent and showed up every single day. And to finish off with the last piece of advice from me when it comes to your social media marketing plan, you have to experiment, analyze, adjust, rinse, and repeat. When it comes to social media marketing, since it's so changing and ever evolving, the algorithm changes all the time. That's why it's important for you to be consistent with your experimenting, figuring out what works and what doesn't as you go, and changing your course and your strategy on the go when it happens. There is no such thing as one size fits all for social media, and what works for one business might not work for you. That's why for you, as a captain of the ship, as a business owner, you have to make sure you review your marketing plan all the time and adjust when you need to. You can make sure you keep an eye out for relevant conversations and trends. Make sure you participate in those, even if it goes out of line with your social media marketing plan that you put together months ago. You have to adapt and evolve as you go. If you found value in this video, make sure you leave me a thumbs up, comment below, let me know. Share this video with business owners who need to put together their social media marketing strategy. Trust me, doing the groundwork is so much better. It'll help you make informed decisions and have a solid strategy that will actually help your business grow, because nobody wants to waste all of this time creating content and figuring out later on that it was just all wrong just because you didn't have strategy. So if you're a new business owner, make sure you create some time in December, because it's the end of the year. The new year is great for setting goals and for starting fresh. So review what you've done last year, adjust, and really create a solid marketing strategy for yourself. You will thank yourself later, I promise you that. But in the meantime, make sure you don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you want to learn more from me, there are a couple of videos over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you later.